Have you ever wondered which foods the best cardiac surgeons never touch and which they choose to consume daily? In this video, we share easy life lessons and we'll reveal which everyday routine causes silent heart damage, simple dietary changes that can preserve your health for decades, as well as the one potent food that cleanses your arteries from the inside out. Keep reading to find out how these surgeons have remained vibrant and defied time, and demonstrated that a healthy, robust heart is closer than you might imagine. Let's begin. Your heart is torn apart by heart attacks and strokes. However, you can keep your heart healthy by adhering to a few basic guidelines. Do not promise miracle cures. Considers heart health as a system in which all aspects of your lifestyle are involved, creating a powerful and well-balanced design. Live 2 days in 1 is the number one piece of advice. Getting up early has always been one of the most important lifelong habits. His tremendous profession and limitless vitality were founded on this ritual, which became an integral part of his daily routine. He often begins his day between 6 and 7 in the morning. He taught himself to stick to this routine at an early age because he discovered it increased his vitality and creativity. He makes the light-hearted remark that people who get up early live 2 days in 1. But there's a crucial distinction. The only way to rise early is to get enough sleep. Suggests sleeping between 10 and 11 p.m. Because the body doesn't have enough time to recuperate, people who are accustomed to sleeping past midnight are unlikely to appreciate early mornings to the fullest. A heart-healthy start to the day is the number 2 piece of advice. The significance of breakfast for heart and vascular health was recently emphasized. He thinks that the typical morning meal of coffee and eggs might not be the greatest option. The physician voiced reservations about consuming coffee first thing in the morning, describing how drinking coffee on an empty stomach greatly raises the risk of stroke or heart attack. When there is no food to digest, stomach acid irritates the stomach lining, which over time can cause gastritis or even ulcers. Cautions that excessively light and fast breakfasts, which are frequently high in sugar and simple carbohydrates, don't give you a feeling of fullness that lasts. The health of the heart may be harmed by the blood sugar swings that result from this. Additionally, he advises drinking a glass of warm water as soon as you get up in the morning. As soon as you wake up, drink the water that is by your bed. This easy step facilitates a more seamless wake-up. Prepares your body to absorb nutrients by restoring normal circulation and stimulating your stomach. By drinking water first thing in the morning, you boost your blood vessels and heart, giving you consistent energy throughout the morning. Morning exercise is the number 4 piece of advice. Highlights that a morning workout is an essential component of any daily schedule and is appropriate for individuals of all ages. It's about your health, not about being a great athlete, to begin your day with a few easy workouts. This little routine helps your joints and muscles move after you sleep, setting you up for a busy, event-filled day. According to this, working out first thing in the morning not only gets your body ready physically but also creates a pleasant, energizing mood for the day. Stretching for even 5 minutes can give you a boost of energy and power. The 4th piece of advice is to look in the mirror with a grin. Following a glass of water and suggests smiling at yourself in the mirror while performing your exercises. It may seem insignificant, but studies have shown that using the facial muscles that make you smile might help you think more positively by sending messages to your brain. Your body releases happiness hormones during these times. A simple smile may lift your spirits, even if you're feeling a little worn out. This ritual, it is said, makes your day happier, lighter, and more hopeful. A hearty breakfast is the number 5 piece of advice. Breakfast is the cornerstone of good health. According to him, a filling and healthy breakfast sets the tone for the rest of the day. In order to balance blood sugar levels and maintain fullness, the doctor advises consuming oatmeal, premium eggs, butter, and fresh fruits. These foods supply vital proteins, lipids, and vitamins, laying the groundwork for future energy expenditures. He cautions that skipping breakfast has a detrimental effect on your health. On the other hand, eating a consistent breakfast helps you avoid needless snacking and maintain a steady metabolism. The number 6 tip is to eat in moderation. Acknowledges that he stays away from rigid diet plans and eats in moderation. He tried a number of methods when he was younger, including the diet, which focuses on avoiding meals that are difficult to digest in order to lessen digestive strain. He lowered his intake of salt, eliminated sugar and flour-based goods, and boiled meat and fish as part of this regimen. He avoided foods high in fiber that stay in the body longer, but he gave himself limitless fresh greens. Stayed away from sugar for years, till discovering the advantages of 90% cocoa chocolate. This reduces the risk of hypertension and promotes healthy body functions. He stresses that only chocolate with low sugar content is good for you. The cardiac surgeon suggests concentrating on diets high in protein to cut down on fat and carbohydrates. The main components of your diet should include fresh fruits, vegetables, cottage cheese, meat, and fish. Selecting genuine honey is advised if you're craving something sweet. It is good for boosting your immune system because it is high in vitamins and minerals and has antibacterial qualities. It's interesting to note that walking in particular is essential for a long and active life. Who had a big influence on cardiac surgery, thought that walking was one of the best methods to maintain heart health and prolong active endurance. A daily walk of 30 minutes can do wonders, he said. But it's crucial to change up your pace. Walking slowly and quickly alternately promotes blood vessel strength and circulation, allowing your heart the proper amount of activity without putting it under undue stress. Diet and stress management adhered to a rigorous daily schedule designed to preserve vitality and health. Every day at around 4 in the morning, he got up and began a quick workout consisting of pull-ups, squats, and bends. To increase circulation and get his body ready for an active day, he did each workout at least 15 times. The doctor woke up and walked to work about an hour later. He had breakfast following his morning stroll. Instead of following rigorous regimens, he eliminated butter and fatty meat were two important items from his diet. That eliminating butter could provide many years to the life of your heart. He would urge, stop frying food in oil, steam or bake it. Consume more veggies. This maintains the health of your heart. Had a cup of black tea and healthful grains for breakfast. He did something different for dinner. His favorite lunch options were baked fish or bean soup, which he always paired with fresh veggies. He divided it in half, consuming half for dinner and reserving the other half for breakfast. He was able to prevent hunger and sustain steady energy levels all day long because of this technique. However, it should be noted that stress, not cholesterol, is the heart's biggest adversary. He concentrated on the significance of appropriately letting go of stress. He cautioned that excessive consumption of strong alcoholic beverages can be a precursor to a heart attack. The doctor suggested looking for different ways to decompress, including going to the theater, taking in the scenery, or going swimming in a river. He acknowledged that he watched comedy to decompress since he thought that the greatest way to relieve anxiety was to laugh. He reminded everyone to keep an interest in life and cautioned of two health hazards: boredom and excessive oil usage. According to the doctor, I take every precaution to ensure my heart functions properly. I give seminars and am constantly active. In old age, a vigorous individual frequently quits working suddenly and has a heart attack shortly after. A passion for one's profession is a crucial component of a robust, sound heart. Naturally, I also never touched a cigarette. Plant-based diet for heart health. In Ellsworth Wareham, plant-based nutrition is another crucial component that promotes heart and blood vessel health. According to Ellsworth Wareham, a bright and long-lived cardiac surgeon, people who eat a plant-based diet tend to live 10 to 15 years longer on average. He was certain that avoiding animal products was the key to his long life. Found that plant-based patients' arteries remained unclogged and smooth, whereas individuals who favored animal products experienced blockages due to calcium and cholesterol accumulations. He came to the realization that he never wanted to be in such situation after witnessing patients who had lost digits or even their entire foot as a result of illnesses. At 50, his diet was drastically altered to focus more on plant-based foods. He said he didn't feel any worse at 98 than he did at 20. His intellect was clear, his coordination was superb, and his joints didn't hurt. He joked that he knew nothing about health issues and continued to drive a car and take care of his garden at the age of 99. A significant trend was seen when comparing the health of various nations. Many years ago, while performing open heart surgery in Asian countries alongside colleagues, he discovered that heart conditions there differed from those he observed in the West. In contrast to ischemic heart disease, which was virtually non-existent, they mostly treated congenital heart problems. This confirmed Wareham's theory that the plant-based diets prevalent in Asian nations play a role into blood vessels that are healthier. An exceptional cardiac surgeon who lived a long life, he always believed that longevity and good health were based on attentive, balanced nutrition. He only ate 2 meals a day, despite the fact that he liked good food. He continued to eat regularly but moderately, finishing his second meal at 4 p.m. after having his first in the morning. Wareham revealed, "I start every morning with a big bowl of whole grain cereal soaked in soy milk to make sure my body gets the necessary nutrients. I also consume a handful of almonds and a lot of fresh fruit. To get my energy for the day, I also like to have a glass of freshly squeezed orange juice and whole grain toast with nut butter." His evening dinner was equally nutrient-dense, with a healthy helping of raw veggies, legumes, and, of course, a few nuts. According to the cardiac surgeon, walnuts are among the healthiest nuts, but I don't just eat them. I also add peanuts and almonds. Although many people recommend just eating nuts raw, I occasionally indulge in salted peanuts. But I no longer use white sugar at all. Instead, I obtain my sweetness from fruits and dried fruits. Wareham became quite particular about what he drank. During the last part of his life, he only drank water and orange juice. Every day, I consume a minimum of 6 glasses of water. Noted, Ellsworth. I have 2 glasses first thing in the morning because I think it keeps my mass. I make an effort to drink as much water as I can in the beginning part of the day because I might forget later because of work. I even established a rule for myself. To avoid missing the chance, I always pause when I see a drinking fountain and take a sip. With the exception of milk for babies, Wareham thought that animal products were merely a habit that could be broken rather than a necessary human necessity. He likened it to our affection for salt, for instance. After a while, food without salt won't feel bland if you cut back on it every day. On the farm where I grew up, we consumed milk and meat meals on a daily basis. I used to do it, he remembered. However, after 50, I progressively shifted to nuts, legumes, and healthful grains. I occasionally include a small amount of dairy, eggs, and fish, specifically, salmon. I feel fantastic and am sure I will live to be 100 years old because of these decisions. Wareham thought that eating habits might be altered at any time. He said that with just 3 months of work, you can change the way you perceive taste and your body's needs, making you feel lighter, more energized, and more confident in your health. How do you feel about these suggestions, and are they useful to you? Your health channel. This is your channel. I am posting health-related videos for you because of your health concerns, so please subscribe our channel, like and comment your comments.